First, Sister Catherine Ferguson, with her own heritage of 50 years of service in religious and social organizations. Sister Catherine Ferguson represents the legacy of the Holy Name Sisters following co-founder Sister Bernadine Casey as we carry on their charism. She's on the board, development committee, and a volunteer writer and editor.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Sister Catherine Ferguson, and I'm a sister of the Holy Names of Jesus and Mary. And I can tell you, as you've heard already, that the Fig Tree is important to the Inland Northwest community as an ecumenical, interfaith, diverse newspaper. My story begins 40 years ago, and don't worry, I'm not going to run through 39 years. At that time, my community had a very dedicated member. Her name, as was mentioned before, is Sister Bernadine Casey. In her career, she was a high school French and English teacher and deeply convinced about the importance of media. In her mind at the beginning, it was especially radio she wanted to promote. She saw it as a way to educate, to shape, and inform values. But when she moved from Seattle to Spokane, she met up with Mary Stamp, who was starting a newspaper. So Bernadine shifted her interest from the radio and committed her energies to solutions journalism and began to help write for and edit the paper. Bernadine was meticulous. I knew her. In her editing, she never missed anything. And I'm told that even as she was dying, she was editing articles for the upcoming issue of the paper. I'm committed too, but not quite that way. Regularly write articles and edit the newspaper, but on my deathbed, I won't be doing that, sorry. But the story didn't end 40 years ago. And now, 40 years later, and through these years, with the personal commitment of many other sisters as writers, editors, board members, volunteers, and with the annual financial support of my religious community, we attest to the importance of the Fig Tree for all of us. There's a prayer I say frequently that talks about searching for God in my life. I ask to seek for God. I ask to be attuned to God, to hear what God is saying, to follow what God is saying. The prayer then says, in this search, a flicker of hope arises, enough to keep me searching for you, God, who are slowly revealed in the tiny sparks of daily encounters. The Fig Tree provides the Inland Northwest community, us, with a journalism whose articles are that tiny spark of hope, sometimes a bigger one too, but the tiny spark of hope in our daily encounters, inspiring us by its articles. The faithful people and activities it features gives us examples that motivate our readers, us, to do their own work for justice, equity, harmony, and the common good. I encourage you to join with the Sisters of the Holy Names in continuing the Fig Tree legacy with your support. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.